My dad grew up on a property in Olney where there was this huge white oak. And back in the mid-90s, it was at the end of a very long, slow decline, and there was one branch still alive. And that branch was making 1 million acorns. So I planted them, kind of really not knowing anything about that, and those sprouted, and I had this little forest of trees, and that's kind of how it began.
His whole goal is to reintroduce native species back into the environment.
So what we're trying to do is help people plant trees that have been in the landscape for the past 10,000 years, are doing ecosystem services that are really unparalleled, and are going to be gone unless we put them back in.
I would hope that the people he gives them to would actually go home and plant them. I would, so.
These trees support more biodiversity than any others, and it's these trees that are being lost from the landscape.
And that's David's big shtick, is like, the food web is everything, because one oak supports more butterflies than a Japanese maple or any other type of tree supports any type of herbivores. And you know, it all goes back to us in the end.
But of course, my vision is becoming increasingly irrelevant because I'm going to graduate and this is going to be in somebody else's hands. For all of us, it starts small. It starts with this kind of kernel of an idea, you know, the hope of, you know, becoming a scientist, the hope of becoming a journalist. And if we're lucky and if we're in the right environment, you know, and we're supported, and if we're tough, you know, well then, then we can make that happen, you know.